If you want to succeed at work, you have to make an impact, but not just any impact, because if you want them to ship you, you have to give a ship. That's a strategic, high-impact project. Let me explain. Hello and welcome back to my channel where I help you slay your career and cultivate the successful life you deserve. I'm so glad that you're here because today's video is all about how to succeed at work. Even now, you can have all of the career growth and success at work that you want as long as you have the right career advancement strategies in place. Today, I'm going to be sharing exactly that. These are the exact same strategies that my clients have used to get the promotions, the position, the praise, and yes, even the pay they deserve. Make sure that you do stay all the way to the end because I'm even including a bonus tip that is really going to skyrocket your success at work while cutting the number of hours that you work each week. If you're ready to learn my career advancement strategies, tap that like button and let's jump into it. The first step to being successful at work is defining what success is. And you can forget about what everyone else tells you you should be doing and what they think success is. What I'm asking you today is, what is success to you? And career success is something entirely different at different points across your career. It could be landing a new job, getting the promotion at work, getting a little bit of praise for the work that you've been doing, or even just getting some bigger challenges at work. The biggest obstacle that I see with my clients and a ton of you that I have gotten to speak with has not been that you're not capable and that you don't have the potential and even that no one sees it. It's that you just don't actually really know what you want in your career. Skipping this step is the equivalent of trying to build the Burj Khalifa on quicksand. It is going to fall down immediately. This is so important. I actually have an entire video series to help you figure out what you actually want in your career and what success looks like for you. I will link it for you to check out after this video. This one is really crucial though, because if you don't define what career success is to you, you are not going to be able to create it and you're not going to be able to get the right opportunities and the right people for it to actually happen. That said, knowing what success looks like is obviously not the only step to creating more success at work. What I typically see most people do once they've gotten this step done is they automatically go into action mode and they just start working really, really hard on all of the things. But that is the exact wrong step to take. Instead, I want you to move into the next step to create success at work, and that is to make an impact. If you want to succeed at work, you have to make an impact, but not just any impact, because if you want them to ship you, you have to give a ship. That's a strategic, high-impact project. Let me explain. Think of this as being two lines. The first line is a continuum of the things that you are exceptional at, the things that you can uniquely and amazingly contribute to your team and to your company. The second line is going to intersect it, and this line is the things that are important to your company. It's what your company really needs. Where those two lines actually meet is the nexus, and that is where you are going to find your ship. If your effort and your focus isn't on one of those lines, it is not going to have a high impact. And if it's not on either of those lines, there's a substantial chance that no one is going to notice at all. Let me know if that has ever accidentally happened to you in the comments. I know it's happened to me and a ton of people that I've worked with in the past. Obviously, when you think about what is going into your ship, it does require knowledge of both the things that you're uniquely awesome at, your UAQ, as well as what your company actually needs. I have an entire system to help you figure out what this is and really how this fits into your bigger career success strategy. And by the way, I'm deep diving into all of this in a free workshop I'm having in a couple of weeks. I highly recommend you save your spot. I'll leave the link in the description bar down below. But I don't want to leave you hanging and waiting for that workshop. I want to get you on that path to success at work in this video. So I want you to start by answering two key questions. What can I uniquely contribute at work? And what do I know is really important to my boss? Answering those two questions is going to give you a great idea in terms of where you should work on and your focus areas. The great thing is, when you do this correctly, your impact is going to be unignorable. But it's not the full picture. And without taking the next step to creating success at work, it might end up being all for naught at best, or the glory could be snatched up by a credit thief. So you're going to want to make sure that you implement this one right away. The next step to accelerate your career growth and be successful at work is to build the right network. You may have heard before, your network is your net worth. A lot of people equate this to knowing everyone, but knowing everyone is not the answer. And if you're an introvert like me, it's really exhausting. Instead, you need to know who the players are in your network, and you need to know who you should be building relationships with so that you can approach it from a place of intention. Building the right relationships and bringing value into those relationships is the most crucial thing that you can do to build your success at work. The biggest mistake that I see most people make is that they approach networking and professional relationships from a very self-centered perspective. They're always focused on what's in it for them. And I think that's why a lot of people meet a lot of resistance and quite honestly feel a little bit like schmarmy when they think about networking within their company and even beyond it. The great news though is that networking and establishing the right relationships doesn't have to be like that at all. Approach new relationships from a place of service and find ways that you can give value to other people. This builds up reciprocity, karma, whatever you want to call it, and it is going to help you build real, authentic, but still highly effective relationships. And quite honestly, these are probably going to be the ones across your career success journey that bring you the most fulfillment and the most joy. Because it isn't just about taking what you can from other people, it truly is about giving back to others that you can help. Plus, when you have the right relationships, that's actually going to bring you advocate amplifiers, basically de facto, and that brings me directly into the next step to build your success at work, and that is to self-promote. I know that saying that just made you cringe and want to click both the thumbs down button as well as the exit button simultaneously. But before you do that, I do implore you to stay. Because self-promotion doesn't mean that you need to audaciously brag about yourself at any opportunity you get, because we both know that's gross. It doesn't need to insert you into the double bind where you do talk about yourself and then everyone hates you for it. And most importantly, it doesn't need to be inauthentic. And this is one of the things that most of my clients have the most resistance around, is that they're not comfortable boasting about all of the awesomeness that they achieve. It doesn't mean that you're not proud of what you've achieved if you don't want to go and talk about it to everyone. It's just a matter of the fact that some of us are better at sharing credit, and most of us are much better at bragging about other people. So instead of being stuck in that double bind, what I encourage you to do is to escape the double bind by exploiting it. I did a post on LinkedIn that outlined my 4 strategies to self-promote without self-promoting a couple of weeks ago. I will link it, but this is actually something that if you do want a deep dive video, let me know, because I would be absolutely excited to add that to my recording schedule, to be quite honest with you. When you are awesome and exceptional and making dramatic impacts at work, some of them are going to be not noticeable, I guess is the best way that I can put it. But you still need to make sure that you are advocating for yourself and evangelizing the work that you do across the organization and maybe even within your industry, so people know what you have to contribute. And ultimately, that is going to be what helps you create the most success at work. But there's one more thing that is really crucial to being successful at work. And it's something that the high-performing professionals that I work with often struggle with. And that is knowing the right success priorities at work. This is so important. It is essentially the difference between spinning your wheels at work and accelerating your career success beyond measure. This is absolutely crucial to your success at work. So important that I want you to go and check out this video right now to help you start setting the right priorities at work to build your career success. If this video was helpful, make sure and give it a thumbs up before you go. For the best career success advice on planet internet, make sure you click the subscription button. Share this with a friend, it would help, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.